Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Well, I just noticed yesterday as I was walking up this trail, do you see all of those live oak leaves mixed in with the water oak leaves? I have never done anything with live oak. I'd like to do some bow drill. And there is a branch on the ground right here, which is not ideal because for bow drill, you don't want to get a specimen off the ground. You don't want a specimen that still has bark on it because it's retaining moisture. But it looks like we don't have any choice. So when I come back by this way, we'll break off a piece of this and take it home and try it for bow drill. I'm looking forward to that. A new species, southern live oak. All right, here's the branch. And I want to take this part here for the spindle. Got a lot of curves and valleys to cut out of that one, but it should work. And then for the fireboard, I want to stay away from that wet end. So let's get from here to here for the fireboard. Now on a fireboard, I like to see which side of this already sits down the flattest. So I'll look at it on a straight edge, and that's about it right there. That's where we'll start turning it into the fireboard. And if I have a straight edge, I'll use it and check it and see if it's sitting good and flat, which it is. Let's go ahead and whittle down the other side. So, not a lot to making the fireboard. Pretty quick and easy. On the spindle, I'll take a saw to cut these little branches off of here. And right here it's humped over. So let's start right there, taking the middle out, taking that hump out of there. That's pretty good. So on this side, we'll take the two ends out. That's pretty good. Now on this one, we've got a valley right there. So let's go ahead and get most of that out. And here's our squared up spindle. I like to square it up so I'll have good straight true edges to go ahead and turn it round. So let's round it up. There's my rounded up spindle without the ends. This end here will be my bearing block end, so I'll come down about right here and start making it pointy. And I want to make sure that my point is in the center, on center line this way, and 90 degrees out on the center line. My hot end, I'm going to come down here 1/4 inch and do facets all the way around. And I'm going to come up to 1/8 inch and do facets all the way around. Then come up to a 1/16 inch and do facets all the way around. And that spindle will be ready to try out. And then true it up. That looks good. There we have it. Let me give you a close-up. I'm going to turn the camera around this way. Since the sun is right there, we'll get a better shot. And there's going to be our divot. Let's go ahead and get set up on the ground. And we'll go ahead and try it out. Now this has got a ton of moisture in it. So I'm gonna try to do some drying cycles. I'll explain to you what that is. But if we can't dry it out enough to get an ember, I'm gonna set it aside and let it dry out. All right. Live oak on live oak, fatwood bearing block, pine needles tinder bundle. All right, we'll let that steam escape and do it again because the dust is only light brown. The dust is a little bit darker. Should take just one more before we cut the notch. See how dark that dust is now? If we had our notch already in there, we could go for an ember. So I like to do drying cycles before I cut the notch and after I cut the notch. You see how that's sticking? That's because there's moisture in it. Ideally, you want to take your fireboard and just be able to just pour dry, fine dust. Just pour it right off. And there's our fireboard. And the notch. And you can tell by the way the saw cuts it, there's just a lot of moisture in it. We'll do the best we can. If we have to dry it out, we got to dry it out. All right, let's do another drying cycle and see how dark the dust is. Let the steam out. Let the steam out. And we'll let the steam out. Hopefully it's an ember instead of steam. All right, it's acting like a weak ember. Yeah. Yeah. All right, something's gonna work out for us. But that's such a small ember. Try to get my body in the way of the wind. It's awesome when you could pick the materials up and turn right around and go ahead and get the ember without having to dry the materials out. Uh-oh. It went out. I guess we are going to get to go for a bigger ember. Let's try it again. All right. Let's see if we can make it happen this time. All right, let's try it again. See if it's going to work for us this time. Live oak's doing a good job. I think we'll get the flames this time. That ember still did not coalesce when I put it in this tinder bundle. Just like the first one. It just fell all to pieces, tried to sift all the way down through those pine needles. Because of the moisture and because of the hardness of this set, it was never going to coalesce. Now this set might react differently once we dry it out, so we'll get a chance to try it again maybe next week sometime. But I love that. Southern live oak. Got the branch up this morning just a couple of hours ago. Went ahead and made a set out of it and made it produced immediately. Did not have to dry it out, so. I love that. All right, y'all. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.